a disturbing amount of highlighters. I'm not sure if this is going to be one part or two. We're going to see. So let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have 16 highlighters, which is insane. Disgusting. I hate myself. So we're just going to get into it. I'm going to, we don't have time. I'm going to start with liquid highlighter. This one I've talked about pretty recently. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's the Liquid Glow Face Highlighter, and I have the shade Perla. I'm not overly gonna swatch the liquid ones just because you can really tell what they look like from the tube, whereas the powders can be a bit harder. But I really love this. The formula is really good. It blends into the skin really nicely. It's kind of like a peachy champagne gold. The sticker makes it look like more bronzy than gold, but it's definitely like, because this part of the tube is clear, so it's definitely a peachy. I like to throw this on like minimal makeup days and then powder it instead of putting on a powder highlight, so it's really pretty. I've also used it a few times to like cut a crease or make a shimmery eyeshadow. So I actually really like this stuff, and a little goes a long way, so this tube is going to last for ages, like absolute forever. Yeah. I also have this liquid highlighter from Maybelline. It's the Master Chrome Jelly Highlighter. I guess it's a jelly, but it's a liquid. It's in the shade Metallic Rose. I bought this one time when I was at Walmart feeling some type of way, and I bought it for whatever reason. The shade's pretty dark for me, so I don't use it too much. It's just a little too dark, like the teeniest bit. But the consistency is really cool. It like sort of jiggles. I guess I could swatch this one to show you what I mean. Oh, it's kind of, see, it's like fairly dark on my finger, and then put it on my hand, and I'll try to sort of blend it, but it just kind of gives me a cast. The lid is a little dried. It's kind of drying out a little. But I never overly loved the formula of this. But yeah, I did use it a few times, and it goes over powder like pretty good. It's just definitely not something that I reach for very often anymore. I think it's drying out, but yeah, because I'm probably like, it's the end of summer in September, so like I'm about as dark as I would get unless I went to like the equator, but that's not very common. So yeah, I don't mind it. If you're looking for a liquid highlighter, like pick it up if you want like a cheaper one, but I don't love it. So this was my first experience with liquid highlighter, and then I got the Anastasia one, and I was like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be. So yeah. Okay, I think, should I do drugstore and then move on from there? Sure. Okay, so this is a highlighter from Revlon. It's the Skin Lights Prismatic Highlighter in the shade Daybreak Glimmer. Silky soft texture with crystal-like pigments for a flattering pure glow without the glitter, and it's non-cakey. I actually really like this highlighter. I got it from Brooke. She sent it to me. It honestly kind of looks like dragon scales. It's really pretty. one of my favorites. I just don't reach for it. I keep forgetting it exists. Anyways, I'm gonna swatch these, but hopefully you can see. This gives you a very like glow from within. It's stunning. It's stunning. That's all I have to say. And yeah, it's not chunky at all. I prefer a highlighter that's just shiny and not chunky. I have a few that are chunky, but those are for like very specific things. You'll probably start to get the theme as I go through these, but yeah. One of my favorites, if you're looking for a good highlighter, I recommend this one from Revlon, like from the drugstore, and also any of the Wet n Wild ones. And we're about to get into Wet n Wild, but just in one moment. So also from the drugstore, this is from Milani. This is the holographic beams stellar lights highlighter palette. So there's like a pink, a blue, and more of an orangey color. This pink one is called Unicorn Dreams. The bluish one is called Make Believe. And this orangey one's called Otherworldly. Oh, okay, so there's like instructions that I've never used before. Okay. Sculpt with light, low light, apply otherworldly to apples of cheeks and under the crease of eyelids. Highlight, apply unicorn dreams to cheekbones, bridge of nose, cupid's bow, brow bone, and inner corners of eyes. Illuminate, add make believe to desired areas to amplify your glow. I see, guys, this shade is like way too dark for me. I've used this shade a few times, but I don't love the blue. I used to have the Anastasia Glow Kit with Nicole Guerrero. What was it called? I think it might have just been called like the Nicole Glow Kit. I used to have that, but I got rid of it because I used the heck out of it. I loved that glow kit. I'm not even personally a very big fan of Nicole. Like, I just never really watched her videos or anything, but the glow kit that she came out with was so stunning, but I had to get rid of it. It was used and abused. Anyway, it's the inside. They all kind of like this little wavy pattern. So I'm gonna swatch them. Look at the pink, the blue. They feel really nice. I've just barely used them. So there they are. Like, they're very pigmented. If anything, I feel like maybe a little too pigmented. Maybe I went in a little too hard. So there's the pink one. It's really pretty. I don't know. The blue, I feel like it's just blue on my skin, just not the move. And then the orangey low light color, whatever. That's obviously just way too dark for me. I think the pink looks nice, and this shade, I just never use it. Anyways, these do remind me of that kit because there was a pretty blue highlighter in there, and I really liked that. But it had more of a silver and like just like little blue glitters, so I really liked it. But I don't know if they still sell it. I know that they have like recently, but I don't know if it's still available. But I have this. I just rarely use it. Okay, let's move on to Wet n Wild's The Big Guns. Okay. So this is my favorite highlighter of all time, maybe. It's the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Loose Highlighting Powder in the shade I'm So Lit. I wear this quite frequently on my channel, and I do get ready with me. It is just stunning. It's so peachy and gold. Like, it's light enough of a gold that it just melts into the skin. just gets where it needs to be. It's okay, and it is like a regular like loose powder, but you have to be gentle. I oftentimes use the lid, swirl it around, kind of like knock it off. So that's the shade, if you can kind of see. I'm gonna attempt to swatch it because it is just so pretty. Oh gosh, there you go. I really hope you can see, like, it's picking it up, but it just has the most beautiful shimmer. They're so small and like it's just stunning. So I'm hoping you can tell. I don't know, it's so pretty. I don't know what else to say, like, just so pretty. I have had this highlighter for probably 3 years. It's probably expired, but it's a powder, so you know what I mean. But I just, it's the gift that keeps on giving. There's so much in here. It's so pretty. I don't really have much more to say. Like, it's my favorite formula. It's my favorite highlighter. It's just so good, and it's like $5. I'm gonna try to link this down below, because if any of this stuff you think maybe I should buy it, this highlighter. Okay, and then I have 3 other Wet n Wild highlighters. I'm gonna start with the Precious Petals Blossom Glow, because it's my favorite. Okay, so this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. Wet n Wild, just their highlighters are so good. The packaging, shitty plastic. Let's be honest, it's bad plastic. It'll fall apart on you. This is falling apart on me. Anyways, this is in the shade Blossom Glow. If you can tell, I have hit pan on it. I used to wear this so much, like so much. This is actually a pink highlighter. I know I was just talking mad trash about colored highlighters, but it's because this is my favorite pink highlighter ever. Nothing will ever be Blossom Glow by Wet n Wild. It just won't. So they're so pretty. I don't really know what else to say. This is like a pinky shade. So what I actually like about this is it's kind of goldy, but it has like a pink reflect. So it's not boom pink on your cheek, but when like the light hits it, it reflects pink. So it's right here. This is the I'm So Lit one, but it's right here. So it's very like close to my skin tone, but when the light does hit it, then it's like a little pink. So it's just so pretty. And it's very similar to the I'm So Lit kind of shade, like idea, where it's like it really blends into the skin, but it has these teeny little beautiful shimmers. I don't know what Wet n Wild uses, because they are cruelty free, so I don't know what they'd be using in their highlighters, but it's so good. And I'm not even gonna talk like mad trash about this being broken, because I literally just used it so much that the hinges just tore apart. Anyways, they're really pretty when you buy them. They have like a little flower pattern on them. I think they might have changed the packaging since these. I think they might be like more rectangular. I'm not sure, but I think so. I've also had these for a while, but I still use them because they're just so pretty. Okay. I also have the shade Precious Petals. This is a bit darker than Blossom Glow, but it's more of a champagne-y gold color. I have also hit pan on these. I love this highlighter. I haven't used it in a bit, but super pretty. It can be a little dark on So it's right there. It's definitely a peachy gold. It kind of has more of that orange gold than like that white gold feel. So I do like I'm So Lit better than Precious Petals, but like equally stunning. It's a different vibe, you know? And yeah, I think it's really cute because the bottom of the pan kind of looks like a honeycomb. Like there's little octagons. Is that what they're called? No, they're six-sided. Hexagon. Anyway. Love these so much. Okay, and then the last one, I don't wear too much. This will kind of give you more of a experience of like trying one of these that is disgustingly used. Anyways, this is in the shade Crown of My Canopy. I bought this, and I shouldn't have bought this shade. This is the first one I got, so I didn't really know what I was doing. It's just really dark. It's definitely more of a copper. I have worn this, but it's more for me like a blush topper, or like I want to look like I have just spent the last 100 days in the sun, with no shade. Like I want to be burnt like a crisp. I'll put this on. I have tried, and I do use it as an eyeshadow, but it's not the right tone for me. So if you can kind of see, like it's pretty dark. Pretty dark and pretty red. It's very reminiscent of that one Milani shade, but I think this is probably darker. It looks darker. I was gonna give this away to one of my friends who has darker skin than me, but I just kind of never did. I need to make a pile of makeup that doesn't work for me and find someone who wants it, because I have a few more highlighters that I don't really use because they just don't work for me, but the formula is so pretty, it's just the shade's wrong. I feel like my hair is really staticky. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so this is about to be an old relic. May she rest in peace, Becca Cosmetics. This is a Becca highlighter in, well, it's a shimmering skin perfector pressed in the shade Moonstone. I've been wearing this quite a lot on my channel because I'm trying to use it up. This is Moonstone. It's my favorite, but I also tried Champagne Pop before, and it's really stunning. It just can be a little dark for me, so this is actually like a better shade in general, but it is really pretty. I used to have one of those split pans that Jacqueline came out with the blush and the Champagne Pop. I really liked both. They were both really nice, but I used it really, really fast, so. And this is probably the second or third Moonstone I've owned. I really like the formula. So this is what it kind of looks like. It's pretty like beat up and it's a little falling apart. But I just love this. This highlighter is very, very calm glow from within. You can build it up, but I would say this is probably just the perfect shade for me. Like, not my favorite formula, not anything else, but it's just like the perfect shade for me. It really blends in with my skin, and then like only when the sun or night light is hitting me, it's like boop, boop, but it's not. It doesn't leave any sort of cast whatsoever. It's just really, really stunning. And it's not even overly shimmery. It's just got that pretty shine to it. It is very like an actual like champagne-y color. Champagne Pop is more golden for sure, but I'm not even really sure if you can see it. It's right here, but it's so pretty. I used to get a lot of compliments on this when I was wearing it, just because it did only like when the light hit it. It was just, yeah, it's really pretty. It blends really easy, so easy to apply, like way too easy to apply. Mine's just kind of breaking because it's on its last limb, and I really I love like this matte, soft touch kind of stuff. So there's Becca Moonstone. Let's move on to this one. So this is more of a recent-ish purchase for me, I think. This is by the Bomb. It's the Mary Luminizer, aka the Luminizer. The packaging on this is so cute. It's all like jail themed. I really like the Bomb's packaging. I always just feel like they're kind of telling me a story. Yeah, so I really like it. Yes, in the shade Mary Lou Manizer, like Manicer, like a manizer, like a womanizer, but it's a manizer. Unfortunately, my Mary Lou broke a little bit, if you can see, when I was moving, so sad day. It was actually the only casualty. Like, this is the only thing that broke, unless my Jouer highlighter did too. I think they might have both been broken. This is stunning. I'm saying that about a lot of these, but don't worry, we're getting to the ones that I don't love, but it's kind of like, why do I have it if I don't love it? Anyway, this is very similar story to the Becca one. It's very blendable. It's a light gold. That's just kind of what I love in a highlighter. This definitely has a bit more shimmer, and it's a bit more pigmented than the Becca one. And now that I'm swatching it, it's definitely like a bit more of a yellowy gold, where this is like a white gold. They both look stunning on my skin. I both like the formula is really nice, easy to blend, that kind of thing. I haven't overly tried a highlighter that I don't like the formula, except for I am getting to a couple. But yeah, I really like it. I'm sad that she's kind of broken, and I know I could just fix it, but I keep forgetting. So I really like this. I bought this last summer, and I just really like it. No complaints. Up next, we have a highlighter from Jouer. It's got very reflective packaging, so I'm not going to really show you. I bought this highlighter within the same week as the Mary Luminizer, and I feel very strongly that they're very similar highlighters. Mary Luminizers half the price and you get more product. This Jouer highlighter was ridiculously expensive. Sorry, it's also in this the powder highlighter in this shade Citrine. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. Everyone pronounces it differently, and then I panic. Anyway, this highlighter is stunning, beautiful. But apart from the shades being slightly different, it's very, very similar to the Mary Luminizer one, in my opinion. Could be wrong. So if you are interested in both of them or either of them, I would go with the Mary Lou and save some money, honestly. I'm not kidding, like, save some money, because they're very similar formula. The shade's just slightly different. So yeah, I forgot this one is broken. I knew it. I took 2 casualties, so it is sadly broken and I need to get it fixed, but it's more of a peachy gold. Let's swatch it next to Mary Lou. No, I swear they're so similar. They look different in the pan, but they're so similar. Okay, so this is Mary Lou and this is Citrine. This the Bomb, and that's the Jouer one. They are so similar. So similar. The formula is so similar, the shade's so similar. The only difference is the packaging and the price point. That's all I have to say. Is I basically have the same highlighter, just in different packaging. sure. This is from Benefit Cosmetics, and it's the Cookie Highlighter. I really like Benefit powders. I like the little box thingy. It's very distinctive, so you're like, oh yeah, that's a Benefit product. Like, no one else really does these box things, and I like it. It's recyclable. They do it for eyeshadow palettes, but no one does it for powders, and I think that's whack. Anyways, this says on the side that it's a golden pearl super silky highlighter. This highlighter is just, it's so stunning. It doesn't look like it's too much in the pan, I don't think, but it's so pretty on the face. I also believe this is my newest edition that I bought, and then I decided after this, I was like, I don't need another highlighter ever again in my life. I love this. I would say that this is probably one of my most boom in your face highlighters almost. It's also a gold. It's but of a lighter gold though. It's very pigmented. Look at that. Like, oh, it's so pretty. It's what I've got on today. I have it on my inner corner. Like, it's just got that shine. Oh, it's stunning. Dare I say it's my favorite? No, but the Wet n Wild one's close. It depends on what kind of look I'm going for, I guess. But no, this highlighter is like you stuck your finger in some liquid gold and you put it on your face. It's just Wet n Wild, I'm so lit, and then Cookie by Benefit, okay? That's the order. Plus, like, how adorable that they named the highlighter Cookie. I don't know why, it just makes my serotonin levels go up. Okay. So, up next, we have a Fenty highlighter. This is the Fenty Diamond Bomb All Over Diamond Veil in How Many Carats? I have really bad news about this highlighter. I don't like it, and I've tried so much, so the inside looks really gross. I do want to preface that before I show you. It's disgusting. So this formula is more of a creamy to powder consistency. So whenever you put your brush in here that is covered in gold highlighter, it like changes this color, because this is not what this looks like. This is a white base with silvery bluey flecks. The outside packaging is like reminiscent of what this is supposed to look like. Also, this formula, when you put it on and you use anything but your finger, it moves the product around, and it's not marketed as like a liquid highlighter or cream highlighter. It's supposed to be a powder. I bought this and I was like so excited. I was like, oh my god, like, because I saw it on everyone and it looked so good. It doesn't look that great on me. It's not my move. I've used it and I keep trying to use it. I use it for certain looks, but it's definitely not something I grab for unless I'm already kind of know what I'm like looking for, if that makes sense. It's just, I don't like it, but I feel like, what am I gonna do? Like, I can't give this to anyone like looking like this. It's disgusting, and like, what am I supposed to do? Take a makeup wipe and wipe it off? Like, I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna swatch it. So it's gonna be maybe a little hard to tell because it is clear. I don't even know if you can see. So I'm gonna try to swatch it better on my hand. So I don't know, it's like right here, but it's basically like just shimmery, reflective little pieces of glitter in like this clear base. I just don't love it, and it looks pretty, like it's so stunning on the hand. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, it's the ugliest thing I've ever seen, because it's stunning. I know it's stunning, but it just doesn't look good on my face, and I don't like the formula. And probably if I'd waited and gotten, because because they've come out with more of a gold shade now. Maybe if I would have gotten that one, I would be happier with it. But I don't love the formula. It's really hard to put on. You have to use your finger, and by itself, it's just not great. I feel I do use this more over top of an already highlighter that I have on. Like I might use it over like my pink highlighter or my Becca Moonstone highlighter more than anything else. And I have another Anastasia highlighter that's more on the whitey silver side that I'm going to show you that I would use this with, and I would use it more or less for if you were going to like a music festival or you're going out to the club or it's Halloween. That's just my opinion, and I think it has more to do with the shade and that kind of thing and the formula. It's not that it's not pretty, it's stunning, it's just it doesn't match me too much. And I think what happened was I was like trusting influencers a little too much and not taking my own like thoughts and opinions into hand. Also, I'm like trying to wipe it off and the glitter like sticks. Like when you try to take it off of your face at the end of the day, you have glitter all over the place. Even after you wash your face, put on your serums, like you have to wash your face again in the morning and like rub it all off on your pillow. It's this whole thing. So yeah. Anyway, that's my little rant on that highlighter. It makes me really sad, so. Up next is a highlighter that's in the cooler tone as well, but I actually really love this one. So this is a highlighter from Burberry. It comes in its own little pouch, and then the pouch has like a little pocket on the back with a little brush that I don't use, but it's Burberry, so I'm not gonna throw it out, but I do kind of get how it's supposed to like highlight. It's like softer, the bristles are softer than my highlighter brush, but I just don't use it. I mean, I could. I understand. I keep it in its little pouch, you know, where it belongs. So this is the Fresh Glow Highlighter Illuminating Powder in the shade White number 1. This is just the most high quality highlighter I own. It's like a magnetic packaging. It's stunning. Do I need to say more? Look at those flower embossings. Okay, it's so pretty. I literally, I can't. And I actually got this as a gift from one of my subscribers. It's my like most prized makeup possession. Anyway, I've only worn it a few times because it's white. Like that's a white. I'll swatch it. It's really, really pretty though. I like it on the skin. It's just a little too white for me in the current season we're in, but I do actually really like it. It is white, but I feel like it's not too cool. You know, it's not like stark silver. It does kind of have the teeniest amount of like a gold in it, so it is really pretty, and I have worn it a few times, but it's just been summer. It also looks really pretty on the inner corner. I shall put some on over top of Cookie. So pretty. Look at the difference. That's the eye, and that's the Cookie. But now we obviously have to make it match. It's really pretty, like just so pretty. It's definitely, this highlighter is a lot of glitz and glam. It's really pretty, it's really fun, it's lovely, it's a good time. The formula is really good, but I'm sure you can find similar, you know, but It's just so fun. And it's a little baggy. Okay. And lastly, we're gonna move on to Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighters. I have used ABH. I like use their stuff all the time. It's very like second nature to me, I guess. I've gone through quite a bit of their stuff, their blushes, their highlighters, etc., etc. So this one is probably on its last life. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. She's came out with another one after this, I believe, but this is like the first one she came out with. The packaging is really similar to the blush trios and their bronzers. So this is what it looks like. It was originally like a wave, but I've kind of worn the wave down. I have used this highlighter so much, like so much, and you can tell that I've been digging in it, but you just can't even tell. Like there's just still so much to use. I do believe that this was sort of supposed to be like a universal shade. She probably wanted to make something that was like good for everyone, you know. And it is really pretty. Sometimes it's a tad dark for me, but I can usually pull it off as long as I don't bring it too high up. And the formula is so stunning. Like, she is pretty known for her glow, although I think sometimes it's pretty face tuned. I don't know. That's just gossip. Don't take that as gospel. Anyways, I do really like this, but I'm kind of just like, I've been using it and using it and using it and using it, and like we're still like it's full. Anyways, let me swatch it. Look at that. Like, it's kind of got that clear base, but it is very distinctively gold still. But when you start to blend it, it does blend in really nicely. So I think that's kind of like the universal part of it, is that like once you blend it, it like sinks into your skin a bit more. And if you're darker and you want more of that like boom darker shade, you can kind of just build it up. It is really buildable, but I like it because it's along that same line of like a glow from within, less sparkly and more of just like a genuine highlight, which is what I've always liked. But I know that there is like that glitter side of highlighters, but it's just something that I'm not overly interested in. So there's this one. I've had it forever. I go through phases of using it and using it and using it, but she just never runs out. Like, go off Amrezy, because I like, you're getting product. I don't believe this highlighter is available anymore, because I think she did come out with another one that's lighter. It looks more clear, kind of similar to like that Fenty highlighter I have, like in that same realm. So yeah. And last but not least, we have this little trio thingy. I'm gonna talk about this one first. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose highlighter in the shade Sunset Aura. I got this as like a little trio. I haven't opened this one up because I just know from looking at it, it's way too dark for me. So I am going to give this away. I've been meaning to give it away. I was gonna DM my friend and ask her if she wants makeup. She also has a lot of sisters, so like I could just send it to her and they can have their way with it. But yeah, I've never used this. I just own it, and I never even opened it because it's way too dark for me, and I don't need it as an eyeshadow because I have eyeshadows. And then this one, I have an itch. This one I've tried to use, but I didn't love it. So this is in the infamous shade So Hollywood. I love the packaging. I love the lids on these. They're glittery, but it's soft. It's not gritty or anything like that. So it's stunning. This looks like it should just be my bread So it's just too dark. I've put it on the eyes. I tried it on my face, and then I had to go over it with like a lighter highlighter because it just wasn't good. But it looks really stunning on the eyes as an eyeshadow. The formula of these definitely is a bit more chunky, but I feel like the undertone of them, it's like a clearer, like a lighter, clearer powder with like chunks of shimmer in it kind of deal. It does blend into the skin really nice. I have nothing against the formula. Unfortunately, the shades of most of these just don't work for me. I was a little nervous about this, but it didn't look too bad in the, like in here. It looked like, that'd be okay. Because I have a lot of highlighters that look similar, but it's just a little too dark and it just doesn't work. But on the eyes, even on the inner corner with like a brown look, it's really pretty. And then last but not least, finally the last highlighter. This one is in the shade Snowflake, which obviously it's so pretty. It looks like a snowflake. I've used this one the most. Oh, I have like nothing in the little. I'll shake some into the lid. It's not really coming out, but that's what it looks like in the lid. This is so pretty, but it just kind of has that silvery undertone. So I haven't been wearing this one much lately, because again, summer. But it's very like white based.